Welcome to our channel. If you're gearing up for a Battalion Chief interview, you're in the right place. Today, we'll guide you through some crucial questions that will help you shine in your interview. Let's jump right into it with our first question. Can you share an experience where you led your team through a tough incident? What strategies did you use? This question is designed to see how you handle leadership challenges and the tactics you use to guide your team. Here are some tips to nail this question. Pick a specific incident that really shows off your leadership skills. Talk about the hurdles you faced and how you tackled them. Describe the strategies you used to keep your team motivated and informed. Share the result of your efforts and any lessons you took away from the experience. Now, let's look at an example. Answer to bring it all together.
I recall leading my team during a challenging wildfire incident with low visibility and strong winds. I organized a briefing to assess everyone's strengths, assigning roles based on their experience. We maintained constant communication via radios, and I boosted morale by acknowledging each team member's efforts. Thanks to our teamwork, we successfully contained the fire, and I learned the importance of adaptability in such situations.
By the way, we're only covering a handful of questions in this video, but I've prepared a free PDF with all 30 top interview questions for Battalion Chief. It also includes example answers and tips to help you prepare with confidence. The download link is just below. Tell me about a time you had to make a tough decision in a high-stress environment. What was the result? Interviewers ask this to understand your decision-making process under pressure and how you handle high-stakes situations. Let's dive into some tips for addressing this question. Choose a specific moment from your experience. Highlight what made the situation intense. Walk through your decision-making process. Discuss the outcome and its impact and reflect on what you learned. Here's an example to illustrate a strong response.
During a multi-alarm fire, I faced the decision of whether to evacuate a nearby building or continue fire suppression. After evaluating the risks, I chose to focus on evacuation. This decision ensured the safety of both civilians and our team. We managed the fire without additional hazards, and it reinforced the critical nature of decisive action under pressure.
Can you describe a time when you cooperated closely with other emergency services? How did you make sure it was effective? This question assesses your teamwork skills and ability to collaborate with various emergency services during critical incidents. Here are some key points to consider when answering this question. Identify a specific incident that required effective collaboration. Explain your role and responsibilities. Detail how you communicated and coordinated with other services. Mention any challenges and how you overcame them. Conclude with the outcome and what you learned from the experience. Now, let's take a look at an example answer.
I led a multi-agency effort during a major fire, coordinating with police and EMS. By establishing a joint command center and scheduling regular updates, we achieved clear communication and quick decision-making. This unified approach helped us control the fire in under 3 hours despite initial setbacks, highlighting the power of effective collaboration.
Imagine arriving at a scene with a hazardous material spill. How would you handle the situation? This question is aimed at evaluating your crisis management skills and your ability to prioritize actions in a potentially dangerous scenario. Here are some strategies to help you construct your response. Begin by assessing the scene and identifying the hazardous material. Establish a safe perimeter to protect the public. Communicate with the incident command to plan a response. Coordinate with specialized response teams if needed. Continuously monitor the situation and adapt as necessary. Here's an example to help you frame your answer.
Upon arrival, I would assess the spill to identify the hazardous material involved and secure a perimeter to ensure public safety. I'd quickly communicate with Incident Command to craft a response plan and, if necessary, call in specialized teams. Continuous monitoring would be key to adapting our plan as needed.
If resources were limited during a wildfire, how would you prioritize your responses? This question tests your resource management skills and your ability to make strategic decisions in high-pressure environments. Here are some aspects to consider when answering. Assess the immediate threats to life and property. Identify and prioritize critical infrastructure that needs protection. Evaluate available resources and allocate them based on risk. Coordinate with other agencies for resource sharing. Ensure your team is clear on the priorities. Let's look at an example of how to approach this scenario.
I would prioritize evacuating civilians in immediate danger, then focus on protecting critical infrastructure like hospitals and schools. After assessing available resources, I would allocate them to defend high-risk areas. Coordination with other agencies would be essential for optimizing resource use.
Before we wrap up, remember you can get all 30 questions, example answers, and step-by-step tips in a handy PDF. Totally free, just grab it below.